Guys, I hope you're well. In this video, I want to give you some tips for progression with your isolation exercise. I've discussed this before, and this can be quite typical for these movements not to progress as much as your main compound lifts. So main compound lifts, where you're using multiple muscle groups within the movement, things like bench press, deadlift, squats, etc. You can usually progress in a relatively linear fashion, obviously before you get more advanced, but for the most part it's much easier to make progress, whereas your isolation exercises, because you're working mainly one muscle group at a time, typically using less weight, it's much more difficult to make progress. And one great way to consistently make progress is to focus on increasing your reps first, as opposed to constantly trying to increase the weight. So for example, if you're trying to achieve 8 to 12 repetitions, I'd focus on getting all of your sets to 12 reps, so the top of the rep range, and then once you've achieved that, you can then increase the weight the following week. So that should really help